I'm just walking home. It's just a little after 6 on what is it, Monday morning. So I just went through the Sunday night. It was a quiet Sunday night. Well, relatively quiet. I went to sleep about 6 or 7 times in the morning hours. But for a while there, it was busy between around 8 o'clock and around 10:30 or so. So I ended up doing about 240 or thereabouts, which is okay. Okay for the first night of the week. So now I'm walking home, and I'm gonna rest some more, even though I rested quite a bit at work. Well, so much for the first night of the week. Not much to report. Nothing special happened. Did a couple drug runs, and that's about it. Was a regular customer, you know. Yeah. I'll be back tomorrow. It's Tuesday morning. It's 5:23 on Tuesday morning. I'm at the airport, if you haven't guessed. And this is the end of a pretty good night. I've done 300, about 3.25, about $325. And this was my last fare. I just dropped him off. Book 990. That's the end of my shift. I'm gonna go back into town, drop some money at the bank, fuel up, and park it. The roads are all wet and icky, and it's probably still dripping in town, and so that's okay. Did I have anything really memorable tonight? It started off with a lot of short trips. I got short tripped to death till about 10 o'clock. And around 10 o'clock I started getting longer ones that paid better. Yeah, it took till 10 o'clock to get the lease on. And that was working almost continuously. You know, I'd pull in to take a break, and as soon as I'd start watching a video, I'd get another call. And then they'd just go around the corner or just down the road a little bit. Nobody really went far before 10 o'clock. So yeah, by 10 o'clock I had about $80 on, and now I've got 325, so that's all right. And it's just enough time to get back into town, because the guy who drives Monday and Tuesday day shift, he's one of these punctual guys. He's on time, and I don't like that. I like to, you know, have a little leeway at the end of my shift, but no, he's always waiting. He's chomping at the bit. He wants to work, that son of a bitch. He'll learn. I don't rush to work. I'll take my time getting to work. Once I'm at work, then okay, then I'll work, and so on. But this guy is one of those who has to be punctual. I mean, in a 12-hour shift, if you miss half an hour, it's not a big deal, really. Anyway, to each their own. I will be back. This is only the second shift of the week. Okay, it's the morning of the 31st. It's Wednesday morning. I'm just finishing up my Tuesday night. I had, it was pretty busy before midnight. And I did about, I don't know, 180 or so before midnight. 170, 180, something like that. then after midnight, I did another $100 or so, maybe a bit less, 80. And then I was watching a video and fell asleep. I fell asleep about 3 times, maybe 4 times this morning. And now I just got called just after 4 o'clock by Mr. Generous, and he wanted me to pick up him, his brother, and this other guy. So I picked them up, took Mr. Generous's brother home, and then took Mr. Generous home. Now, when we dropped off his brother, the fare was at about $8. He gave me 30. Then when we dropped Mr. Generous off, he asks me, he gives me a $100 bill and says, "Is that enough to take my friend to Sydney and you come back?" I said, "Sure." Sydney's about a $50 ride. Well, the whole fare when I dropped off in Sydney was about $61. So $61, and I got 130 for doing that. So a little more than double the fare. Lovely. So I had $250 on, and now I have $380 on. And I've got 40 minutes left of my shift to go. I think I'm just gonna deposit the money in the bank and fuel up and park it. Well, I might shake out the nuts. Everybody's in a hurry but me. Well, tonight's gonna be Halloween night. So I'll let you know probably after that how it went. Okay, take 2, because I did this already, but I started shooting video at the airport. However, it didn't work, so I just dropped these people off at the airport, and it is the morning of the 1st of November. It's the end of Halloween night. Now, Halloween night was a non-event up until 10 o'clock. I think I did 5 trips between 6:30 and 10. There was not much going on. And then it picked up after 10 o'clock. And I didn't do that many trips, but I got lucky and did a few longer ones. You know, one at $30 jobs and things like that. And it was fairly steady in the morning hours, and I did a fair amount of business. Now with this run to the airport, I think I've got about 330, 340 on, something like that. And that's not so bad. It's raining pretty good out there. You might be able to make out the wipers going in front of the image. And now we're going to go through the Indian Reserve, where there are all the billboards on the side of the road. Yeah, so it was over 300, but it wasn't the spectacular kind of Halloween that we used to get back in the days. It was a Wednesday night, so I think part of the thing is that a lot of people who were going to be partying for Halloween did it last weekend, where they didn't have to go to work the next day. So Friday night and Saturday night, which are nights that I don't work, is when they did all the partying and bullshit. So I avoided all the drama and all of the hassle. And now my night is coming to an end. Yeah. One more night to go, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Well, here we are. It is now 3:26 a.m. on Friday. It's Friday morning. We are at the airport. There are the stupid flowers right there. And now I'm on my way back to town. I had $280 before this trip, and this was another $45. So $325, which is fine for a Thursday. That's like a couple $100 profit. And the night is not quite over yet. It was kind of long and was very frustrating at the very beginning. Traffic was heavy traffic, and there was a concert going on downtown. And it was hard to get around because they're doing a lot of construction down in the part of town where I like to work. So they block lanes off, and they got flaggers waving people around. And it was frustrating the first two hours or so to work. But then the traffic thinned out and it got better, and I got a few longer fares. Got a few really good ones. And so this is why I'm not hurting right now. This is why I got $325 on at 3:30 in the morning, and I still got 2.5 hours left to work. I don't want to work very hard anymore, seeing as it's my last night of the week. If there's anything really memorable that's going to happen between now and 6, I'll come back here and let you know about it. Otherwise, I hope yours is better than mine, and I'll be back next week, most likely. Well, since that last stop at the airport, I have done another $64 worth of business. I had 3 shorter trips, $24 worth, and then I got sent to an apartment building. I got to this apartment building, and this guy who talks fast came out. And he talks fast. He talks nervous, you know. He says, I want to find a girl. Can we go to a house? And it's like, oh, well, it's 5 in the morning. I can take you to one, but I don't think they'd be open at this time. So, and he says, and I need a ATM, which is a bank machine. And I said, okay, I can take you down to a bank machine, and the premises is right next to it. It's a door with the lettering that says private premises on the door, and there is a doorbell next to it, and you ring the doorbell and somebody talks to you on the intercom and they let you in, right? But at 5 in the morning there are no girls working anymore. So this guy went there and he said, do you know of any other place where I can find girls, you know? And he said, well, I said, well, maybe. He says, okay, let's go. He says, is there anything on the street? I said, I don't know. We can go check it. I can show you where they usually hang out. And so we went there, where they usually hang out. And on one street there was none, and on the other street there was somebody walking. And it turned out to be that she would do it. And he had to go to a bank machine because the other bank machine didn't work. Oh my goodness. That's right near here. Okay, I'm gonna turn around and do it. This would be just back there. Just back there.